Hey, Scruffy. Ah, coming in again. So the weather's okay right now. It was a little weird today. So I think it was sunny this morning, and then the clouds came in, and then it rained, and then it cleared up, and it got sunny again, and then it got partly cloudy again. So I don't know what the weather's doing anymore. Forecast isn't very accurate right now. So I got warm food for you. Okay. So I'm going to get the food on the table, the water bowl off the little table, get the glove on, and sit in the chair. Scruffy is a little defensive. He's not pushing into the pets. Okay, that was a headbutt. So he's getting a little more into it. So notice something a little different with Scruffy. So, yeah. The weather was, as I said, weird. So I think, they changed the forecast, so it wasn't supposed to rain today. But, we actually did get a little bit of rain in the middle of the day. It was like right before lunch. Rained for a little bit. So I actually saw Scruffy this morning on the rocks. I think the sun had come out. Oh, Scruffy's sniffing the chair. That's weird. Well, he's rubbing against the jacket, I think. So, anyway, so Scruffy was out in the rocks. Didn't have my camera this morning, unfortunately, so I didn't get him on film. And then I think by the time I got back, he had moved. I think the weather had changed. I didn't see where he was hanging out the rest of the morning. He could have been out in the garden still, just not on the rocks. And let's check the forecast, and they're still warning about floods, even though there isn't any rain immediately on the forecast. I think at the end of the forecast it was supposed to rain, but I think they took that picture away, so it's not showing a rain cloud anymore. But the temperature-wise, it looks like it's going to start getting cold again, so we might be getting another cold front. I'm not sure if we're going to get freeze warnings again, but it looks like the temperature is going to drop off quite a bit. Overnight, anyway. I'm not sure about the daytime. I think the daytime, it's probably going to be very similar to what it is now. It's a little colder than it's been. It's I thought we'd be heating up by now. Usually, usually we get a premature summer, but it's actually acting like winter. The closest approximation to winter that we get here. So yeah, I went out for a bike ride today because in the afternoon it looked like it wasn't going to rain anymore, and yeah, my run yesterday was terrible, and I kept thinking, yeah, I need to do a bike ride. What's Scruffy up to? He's walking away. So I think Scruffy's starting to get a little more into the pets. So yeah, anyway, I went out for a bike ride this afternoon, and yeah, it was colder, so I had to take heavier clothing today. So I think it was only a few days ago I was actually able to go out without any of the heavy clothing, and now I'm right back in it. And I encountered that possibly crazy guy that I was complaining about a little while back. So I was at a stoplight. The stoplight turned red, and it's a really long stoplight. So I got off. I dismounted my bike and I hit the crosswalk button. So I was just kind of waiting on the sidewalk for the light to change. And he was running in the bike lane again against traffic. And yeah, he ran the light. Didn't wait for it. I don't have a problem with that. It was actually safe. I could have probably also just gone on, but figured, yeah, just wait for the light. But anyway, since he was there, yeah, I didn't want to engage him. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. So since I was on the curb, he didn't seem to have any complaints with me. So he just kept doing what he's doing. I think for the most part he ignored me. So I think that's a good thing. Scruffy got the glove. But yeah, he is bundled up a little warmer today too. His clothing looked heavier than I recall him wearing before. So yeah, even though it rained today, yeah, the ground wasn't wet, so it didn't rain that much. I didn't see any livestock today, again. It's actually kind of a boring trip. Yeah, so I took my alternate route again. Yeah, there wasn't much to see this time. I think the last few times there was more interesting stuff to see. Today was not so great. It also got partly gloomy during my trip, so I think as I got up to the top of the mountain, the sun went away, and it was starting to get overcast. And yeah, let's see. I passed that one of those farms again with all the roosters. Yeah, so they weren't crowing as nearly as much this time. Better get Scruffy his food. Okay, let's get your food. So I gotta grab the table here. Okay. So Scruffy's starting to get used to the idea of the table. So I don't know, it hasn't been 2 weeks yet since we started the table thing. It's probably close to 2 weeks. So we got the table or I got the table because I was trying to figure out a way to reduce him throwing up. So my thinking was that if he eats elevated, the food might go down easier. Thanks to gravity. So far, so good. I don't want to jinx it though. Like knock wood or something. But Scruffy's eating on the wood table. Though I guess I'm standing on a wood deck, so. So anyway, let's see. I think the only footage I got of Scruffy today was at lunch. Yeah, I think I arrived at lunch right on the dot, very beginning, and it's kind of early because I'm usually never, well, not never. I think a couple times this week it was actually early, but yeah, more often than not recently, I think I've been kind of in the middle of lunch, so I didn't see Scruffy anywhere. So I kind of waited, and then I came back, and then he was about midway through, and then Scruffy I think was sitting on the gray mat waiting, sitting somewhere in sight near the door. I think I did get footage of him sitting at the door. I think, I don't know, but anyway, yeah, we did our lunch thing, and then yeah, it was a pretty normal lunch. Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? It's sunny now. Rained a little a couple hours ago, and it was sunny this morning. So yeah, weird weather, huh? So tonight's dinner is party cuts with grilled turkey, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. So this is the last of the party cuts turkey can. So I'll open the new can tomorrow. Probably, I think it's going to be the meaty pate with grilled chicken and tuna, I think. So we'll see you tomorrow. So Scruffy hasn't been cleaning his bowl the past couple nights. I put a little less food in there tonight, but I don't know. I think, yeah, the rotisserie chicken already is kind of extra on top of what I normally give him, so it's probably still too much food. at lunch, yeah, there was more straw in, I think, where Scruffy was, like on the mat. All straw seems to be mostly blown away now, or I assume it's been blown away by the wind. It's not there anymore. But yeah, the straw tells me that Scruffy's probably been in the carrier. So I think he goes in there and then it clings to his fur and then it falls off in, in this area. So if it is going to get colder, then yeah, it's good that he's at least using the straw and thermal blanket. Although I think the shelter would be much better place, and still doesn't seem to want to use that. So yeah, I don't know if we're actually going to get the cold front that they're predicting, but yeah, it could bring us down back to winter temperatures overnight. So near freezing. Not sure yet. I'll be keeping an eye on that. But yeah, I doubt we're going to get down that far. It'll probably be like at worst, once again a stone's throw away from freezing. Scruffy doesn't seem to mind. So let's see. Also, my bike ride today, yeah, I almost got hit by a car that was parked on the side of the street, and he wasn't paying attention, pulling out. I didn't know he was in there. Couldn't tell because I was. So basically, he's parked on the street. It's an uphill. It's yeah. The street has a incline, so I'm biking uphill. So I'm not moving very fast. Yeah. So he didn't look at all, and it was an electric car, I believe, because I didn't hear it until it actually started moving. So I didn't hear the engine, and then the moment he started moving, that's when I heard it. Fortunately, he saw me at the last moment and didn't turn into me. He stopped immediately. um, I'm not sure. So when I saw him move, I stopped and I was still near the back of his car. So even if he pulled out, unless he was like very, very aggressive, probably would have missed me. But yeah, hard to say. But yeah, he should have looked. And yeah, technically we're in a school zone too, I think. So he really needed to look. Because yeah, there could have been students, other pedestrians. Let's see, I passed through the creek again, and Just trying to get a sense of the water levels. I can't tell if it's any higher or lower. All I can say is I guess I'm a little surprised it hasn't completely drained by now. So yeah, we get so little water, and I'm used to seeing that creek pretty dry. And the bulk of the rains that we got, were probably over a month ago now, maybe no, 2 months ago. Actually, almost 3 months ago, actually. Wow. Because yeah, the park I guess has been closed over 2.5 months now. Oh, it's been a long time. And yeah, and that's when we got the big rains. So yeah, I'm a little surprised. I guess I'm a little surprised. Yeah, the creek isn't drier. So yeah, it's holding up. The water level I guess is holding up, relatively speaking. So maybe that's a good sign for a drought. Oops. Yep. Scruffy, pull it over again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to solve that problem. So I think I need a heavier bowl, heavier plate, or I need something with more friction to prevent the plate from sliding around, or the bowl from sliding around. Or I need to hold the plate. Oh, there's 3 pieces of kibble left. So not as much as the previous nights, but there's a piece of turkey, I think, on the ground there too. Yeah, not as much as the previous nights, but yeah, he's still not cleaning the bowl. I'm probably feeding him too much. So I'll come back for it. Nope. Well, maybe. No. Yeah, I thought maybe he's going to take the long way around the chair. Sometimes he does that. But now it looks like he's leaving. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.